Hi, I'm Taylor, and today is a big day because I'm announcing that we're selling our 1986 Class C RV. This was our home for over 3 years as we traveled across Western US and Mexico, and since we moved abroad to Portugal last year, it is time to sell her. This rig has so many great memories, nothing wrong with it at all. It's time to go. We cannot take the rig with us, so it's time for its next home. This video is to show you what the inside looks like and how we renovated this vintage RV to make it 100% ready for off-grid camping, working remotely, traveling, or living in it stationary, or even as a recreational vehicle for the weekends. It really is a great rig, easy to drive, fun to drive, and we've had so many amazing memories in it. We hope that the next buyer has just as many. The entire reason we decided to renovate our RV was the bed. At the time of making this video, we thought the bed was a great size for both of us, and this is what we slept on for the first 6 months on the road. Turns out it is way too small for long-term living, and this is what inspired our renovation. It was also the reason the bed is the first thing we had to take out. For a little context on why we were able to do this renovation ourselves, my aunt, who's in this video, has flipped many homes in her lifetime. She also has developed the most crazy haunted houses for Halloween in her own yard. She builds structures, two-story buildings, everything. And so we really leaned on her expertise and engineering brain to really design our bed, which ended up being a wood slat bed. I'll show more of that in the progress of this video. Taking out the bed, though, was one of the most challenging parts of this project. The great news about a 1986 RV is they are built to last, and this bed frame was in there hard. I think it took a full day just to remove the bed.
Can we grind it more?
Yeah.
Will the grinder reach in there?
Yeah, once
we've
had this stuff out.
There you go.
I think it's just,
Yeah, careful, these staples are really sharp.
Ooh.
And rusty.
My cousin Lindsay is also someone who's never afraid to get her hands dirty and work on the hard projects. She helped us a lot with the bed removal phase. It was really a fun experience to get the entire family together to help us with this renovation. They, again, have so much skill and experience with flipping homes, so this was a new and fun project for everyone. The RV had the original carpet from the 80s, so that was our next priority, and removing the carpet wasn't so difficult, but it was a very tedious and very dirty job.
Ziggy, which floor do you like?
This one.
Ooh, me too. No, which floor? Oh, the white one. Good choice, good choice. Oh my god.
When we started this project, we really only wanted to do the bed and the floors, but since we were taking everything out anyway, we ended up adding on additional projects like painting the entire interior, and for that we removed all the doors and cabinets so that we can actually use a paint sprayer instead of painting by hand.
We labeled everything and put the screws in separate containers to make sure that we put everything exactly the same.
We did a layer of primer across all of the original oak cabinetry, and this method of painting did expedite things, but it also felt like backbreaking work, and my aunt was, I can't even describe how helpful throughout this process. We also made sure to tape the inside, but our prep system changed throughout.
Here's what it looks like inside with nothing. Our life is an open book now, literally.
Open drawer.
An open drawer.
Maybe an open cabinet.
Today we prepped a little differently for the spray gun. So we put plastic in every cabinet. That way, this is how we hold it up. To spray, we can do larger chunks. So yeah, the doors are already done outside.
Anyone who paints knows that the prep work takes the longest, and it was so worth it. So we were able to use the paint gun by us holding up cardboard to protect different areas of the RV and just going with the sprayer.
All the walls that we can spray paint have been spray painted green. Looking good. Tomorrow we start the flooring and touch-ups. Are you excited?
I love it. I love it.
It looks awesome.
It's like a completely new van.
Yeah. Fridge green.
After we finished painting, we also laid down the floor, which we used a peel-off laminate, so it has adhesive on the bottom, and the adhesive does not stick to the wood of the RV flooring, so we actually used a nail gun and shot a nail gun throughout each individual plank. This was Mike's mom's idea, and she did it in her RV. It works really, really well. Now is time to work on the engineering side of the bed.
Here and here, there are screws here and here.
So this will
There's screws-
move,
Correct.
and this won't move.
That's correct.
Okay.
So you can do it with the math, like give each thing a variable. So you don't need to know the exact measurements, but say the thickness of
Well, let me show you
is
this.
X, this is Y, and then make sure then you can
I
add it
need
up.
some help doing this to make sure I do it right. Do you see how there's an overhang
Yeah,
on
so
this? So if I want,
You want the total to be 60.
no, I want it 60
So
inches.
that means total from the
From there
the
to,
very
to
tip.
here.
Okay,
to way
so
out here.
That means your equation, whatever it is, means 60 equals the sum of each of these little pieces. So the X equals this length. Oh,
It's
gonna be so
yeah, it's 1 3/8.
1 3/8 inches. So here's how it is. 2 of the slats minus 4 of the overhangs equals 60. You're taking, if this together would be 60,
Yeah.
or it would be over 60 together.
Yes.
So you have to subtract, so these
1,
have to
2,
be actually
3,
longer
4.
than
Right. Okay. All right. I'm so glad we did
the
this.
math.
Yeah, so that's the sidewall right there.
Oh, that's perfect size.
And then this guy, and then this guy will be attached to this guy, and this is the part that moves. And when it moves, it'll come and stop right there.
Okay,
And
and this
then
also
slide
is the
back
same
like
way.
this.
But they're both the exact
Exactly.
same, right? Okay.
Yep, and there, so these are, I have fixed ones on from here to here, and then the other ones from there to there, alternating. So we'll see how it works.
It looks beautiful.
This is what the RV looked like just before the bed install with all the final components in place.
Here we have Mike preparing our carpet. Kathy's cutting some wood.
My aunt designed a slat bed, so there's several wooden slats on the bed frame, and it allows us to pull it out and still have good support. So here's us cutting all the different pieces of wood.
You kind of pass over it about 5 times, and then you rotate it and do this, but do the corner in between. So I'll just demonstrate half,
Demonstrate.
and I should have my safety wear on.
And now Kathy is teaching us how to properly use a sander, and by sanding the wood in this way, it ensures a very smooth slide for our bed and makes sure that it will function properly and also last. This was our first time using a lot of the power tools that she luckily had and provided for us to do the remodel, and it ended up coming in handy so much throughout our RV life experience. We also helped her on her next haunted house after this remodel, and were able to build moving props, structures, and so many things. It is absolutely a skill you should learn if you're going to embark on RV life.
Here's the bed. Here's how it's gonna function. The slats. You pull it out so that it doubles in size during night, and then push it in during the day for a couch. Woo!
My aunt's youngest and my cousin also got to learn how to use a nail gun for the first time, so it really was a family learning experience.
Okay, so try it again. Yeah, just figure out whatever your mojo is. That was not good. Be serious.
Sounded good.
We ordered 2 5-inch mattress foam pieces that we did have to cut to size to make sure that they can fit in the new bed perfectly. My contribution of our custom logo that we have on the side of the van. Here is the final tour. All of the inside is painted. We redid the floors, added a carpet runner and a carpet here to keep our feet nice and warm. All of those pieces are nailed in so that they are secure. We also redid the bathroom and painted every single component with that sage green color, added the gasket for that toilet security. It made a huge difference, and we've successfully used that toilet many times now. We also love that our RV has a full-length mirror. Huge random benefit of a small rig. Hi. Another thing we added was this privacy curtain. It is just a shower curtain, so you can customize it however you want and switch it out as they get too worn. But this was really nice just for adding additional privacy in the back of our rig. The kitchen is still original stove and oven and sink, but you can see a lot of the inside has been changed. We even painted these sides of the dinette to that light beige color to complement the sage. You can see the two foam mattress pieces here. And so one is on top of the other. You slide the bed out with that slat bed design and then put the second mattress so that it can create a full queen bed. It goes all the way to the edge, so you can also convert that dinette into a little twin bed, and it really makes it into like a super king sized bed. My aunt also designed this storage unit underneath where we can keep golf clubs, but right now it has all the dog stuff in it. This is coming handy for sure. It's also where we access our freshwater tank from the inside. So here's the dinette. We reupholstered the cushions, but kept the cushions the same because they fit very perfectly. One of the biggest additions that sounds like it's not that big of a deal, but was a huge deal for us in everyday living, was adding these curtains in. So we added a little curtain rod inside. My grandmom and aunt designed these together, and very customized for this shape of RV. They hook away like this with just simple little hook, and then you can pull out the curtains and have privacy that actually looks nice. Before this, we were using sunshade and reflectix, and it just looked a little odd, did not feel like home. Now it's a very homey vibe, and it's so nice to be able to put the curtains away and then open them again and see wherever your beautiful view is outside. It's one of our favorite parts about RV life, is just opening our curtains to a very special, beautiful view. We also added these curtains to the kitchen. After we created this video, we also added an additional privacy curtain between the cab and the living space. So it goes right in between there and separates the cab from where we sleep and live. Huge addition for just the way of life and actually living in the RV full time. Next to the bed, we also added a permanent cushion. So this gray is a cushion that stays there forever. It adds a lot of insulation from the elements, especially because that's where your body is when you're sleeping. So it keeps you nice and warm in cool temperatures, and it keeps you a little bit cooler in warm temperatures. A very big added benefit for full-time RVers. Also, since this video, we actually changed our inverter. You can see the inverter down there, but we ended up changing it to a 2000 watt inverter instead, so we have even more power supply. We primarily use the shower for storage, and so that did not quite change, but we now have a shower curtain that keeps all of our items in. So here we have our camping trash can, our chairs, all the stuff, canopy, things that you need just for RV life, and those things come out when we are in our final spot. The shower is fully functional, but we also have a solar shower that we tend to use instead. Now this video is all about the end of RV life for us. So we're cleaning up the outside, and the next shots are actually going to be our journey of storing the RV. So this renovation took place in 2021. It is now 2024, and we are headed to store our RV in Texas, which is where my dad lives, and that will be its final resting point before we hand her off to the next buyer. A lot of people have asked us if the RV is functional and drivable. Here is a shot of us driving across the country towards Texas in a rainstorm. So can confirm RV is fully functional and drivable. We drove pretty much every 3 days for the majority of our time on the road. And one of the best parts about having this Class C, there are no awnings, there are no slide outs. It's just a start the engine and go, a very, very easy rig to get used to when you're starting RV life. We also take this rig to many off-road locations. Here's a clip of us driving on my family's ranch, and my dad and stepmom were very kind to let us store Creampuff, which is the name of our RV, in a covered airport hangar so that she could be protected from the sun and the elements while we were away. Here's my dad's little airport hangar where he stores his other vintage vehicles, so he maintains the RV while we've been gone. Creampuff is somewhere between 12.5 and 13 feet tall. The extra height really comes from the AC unit that's on the top of the rig, and you can see it here. It's fully functional with plugins or while using the generator. For safety and just to be careful, we do not go under clearances that are marked 13.5 feet or shorter. However, this is a special situation because we were storing the RV for a few months, and so it was quite a tight fit to get her into the airport hangar, but luckily my dad helped us out and made sure that it was safe the entire time.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Another foot. A few more inches. A few more.
No way.
A few more. Keep going. Keep going.
No.
Right there. Stop.
Creampuff is also 24 feet long, which is great because it means that she fits in a standard parking space, making it very easy to get groceries and just honestly live everyday life in this RV, get last minute camping spots, all of that. But it also was a tight fit in the airport hangar, so here am I trying to make sure that Creampuff can fit in the airport hangar and we can close the hangar safely. Thank you to everyone that helped us throughout our 3+ years on the road. We had the most amazing adventures and made so many memories that will last a lifetime. A special shout out to my family that helped us do the complete renovation of this RV, especially my aunt. She really spearheaded the entire project. My grandmom helped with all of the sewing and upholstery. We could not have done it without them. And thank you to my aunt and uncle who let us live in their house while we were doing the renovation. I hope you enjoyed, and we are going to miss Creampuff so much, but we are so excited for the next journey. The full listing of our RV is on rvtrader.com for now. We're excited for the next owners to have just as many adventures as we did. We hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to our channel if you want to follow along on our next chapter of life, which is living abroad in Portugal.